this done real quick. I already got busted by one of the big eights. He was laying right back on the other side of my freaking tree stand. I took a picture of these beads because I want you to see how big they are from when the other day. And you know, some people say, why do they swell up? Well, they swell up because they're working, they're absorbing. So yeah, we did get some rain, but once I come back out, I also like to put a little bit of juice on them. Right now, I just threw some of the ecstasy because love is in the air, and I am the love doctor. So we're going to put down also some misfortune, because if they walk in here and I'm sitting over there, it's going to be very misfortunate, you know, that they might get a boo-boo. But in any case, sweet November, man. You got to get these smells. You got to get everything rocking and rolling, you know. So it was a long 2-day waiting on this stuff to come. But in any case, yeah, we already have those other dabs. But I want to put some of this new stuff, the summoning, and then also the mystic, this polyglandular. Man, this is the shit. You know, when you're doing mocks, you want as much glandular as you can get. And this little puppy right here, this is just man, it's it's a gold mine. There's times I get just a little too excited. I don't know. I'm probably part buck, but right now I'm gonna put just a little bit of that summoning. These little dripper bottles. You ain't gotta pour a whole freaking bottle out. You know, that's a huge misconception. Trust me. This stuff's as good as they say it is. It'll bring them. And I can tell you right now, I really want to set up today, but unfortunately, I have to go see the doctor. We gotta try and get X-rays. My lungs are really tired today, but I want to get this stuff out. I want to get it set up that even if I can't, now right now, you probably can't see, I got my hands full, but right now I'm putting the pre-orbital on that licking wick. It's been a week or two, so I wanted to add a little bit more to it. And then, hold on 1 second. Let me get this pot. I want to show you something. Now, look at those. Now, if they keep growing like that, okay? Hold on. See that? If they keep growing like that, here, I'll put a couple on my hand. Just like that. Look how big they are compared to my finger. See, they're getting a lot bigger. If they keep growing, they'll blow the lid right off my pot. And that's okay too, because we'll have a mini buck explosion. But in any case, put a little bit of that ecstasy in there, you know, because I love spreading love. So if I can hook, you know, a buck and a doe up, I'm kind of like a midnight mystic date app. Well, that one didn't hit. That hand's gonna smell real good. But hey, Doc wants to know what I do out here. I might as well leave a little dab on there and give him a dose of reality, you know, scent checks. But in any case, we're in sweet November. All right, we're in sweet November. Everything and anything counts. You got to get your scents rocking. You got to get all your sets hot. You got to get them wet, and you got to get that aroma. You got to get all that stuff running. Man, I hate I got that on me. Yeah. You get some of these guys that get real charged up and you smell really good. Happy hump day. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And I don't know, I don't think I can outrun them, and I didn't bring anybody that I know I could outrun, so I gotta keep my eyes open. But in any case, what you wanna do, all right? You gotta get that scent rocking, man. Now, I just did a video right here at the very end of the line. The wind shifted. We're getting winds from the south right now, so now this is pulling power 101. It's blowing all the way through my property. And I started at the very downwind side because had I started up at this end, I'd already be permeating and I'd start walking into deer. And yeah, you can see I brought my call. My throat and stuff's a little messed up, so trying to bleed or anything like that today, that shit ain't happening. But in any case, I started down there, and right at that very edge of that field, I ran a couple of my new shot pots. And these are big boys. These are freaking 4 ounce. So I put it, I put a little bit of the Mystic in there, and a little bit of the summoning, and then I took some of the summoning liquid. I took some of this and put in there just to juice the beads a little bit, dabs. Where I come from, people are doing dabs. That usually involves a pipe, but hey, that's another story. Any case, I got them all scented up. I got them running that line. Damn, they ain't even gonna give me time to get done today. These little shits are gonna drive me nuts today, and I ain't got my bow with me. So, in any case, you wanna work your sets. November, man. I've been seeing bucks running everywhere I go. Daytime, right next to the freaking roads. It's just unreal this year. Now today, it kind of, I don't know, it's a little warmer, so the activity was kind of slow. But in any case, you want to get all that scent working, and you got to get it up in the air. That way it circulates in the wind. It's the whole reason I hang everything. You got to put it up there for them to smell it. You already got it in the ground, so once they follow it in, they're going to come right to the scrape. I'm going to spin this other camera because when I set this one up, I spun the camera because I knew they were sneaking past my stand right there. And as you can see, come here, I'll show you. Let me spin this around. Look at that hand, good looking guy. There's times I could probably come out here and I get so charged up, I'd probably chase myself around. But right there, you can see my stool. My scent drag's still hanging. And then right there's the camera. Now normally I have the camera sitting right there. So I'm bringing that camera right back over here. And hopefully, I don't know, my cameras ain't catching everything. So, but in any case, oh holy crap, I just found another rub right back through there. Hold on, let me switch this around and see. Let me see if I can zoom in on this sucker. That tree right there, from here, looks about the size of a ball bat. And then, when you look, right there, there's that pine tree. There's my seat. This guy, he's taunting me. Holy shit, there's another one right there. Yeah, I gotta get stuff done, but I go change that camera. I gotta get a better look at that tree because it almost looks like he's hit it some more. But in any case, guys, get your stuff set. Get these sets going. Get this stuff up in the air. Right now is when, this is when it happens, starting at Halloween. You gotta get serious and you gotta get into it. I got busted today. I charged straight out of the house once I got everything up. I forgot to spray down, so hey, it happens. But in any case, they just bound off. They didn't go tearing ass out of here. They just they went down to the other bedding area. I'm hoping I can slip in there. I'm gonna sneak back and I'm gonna zoom in with my phone. If I put it on pictures, this thing's got 100 power zoom. I'll just zoom in, and if I think they're right there in that other bedding area back there, I'll bypass it for another day. I don't want to spook them twice in one day. Good thing is I was kind of sidewind to them, so my scent didn't even go to them. They're not quite sure what I was, except, good looking guy. Sucks being this good looking, but in any case, you got to get your scents up in the air, and you got to let that wind stream go to work for you. Keep watching your downwind, but you also got to watch everything else too. But once you get this stuff up in the air, 90% is probably going to come in downwind. But in any case, guys, you got to get out there. You got to get this stuff set. You got to get and be running balls to the wall, because these bucks are. So you got to meet them halfway. I love you guys, and y'all give a big shout out to my little baby brother, Bobby Gagnon. That little fella. He takes big pictures to try and make himself look big. He uses AI a lot. Me, nah, not so much. You get my age, I don't give a shit what I look like. I ain't out here for a beauty contest. I'm out here to bring meat home. But in any case, go to work, get them done, and start showing us what you're doing. Not just the success. I like that, trust me. I love seeing you guys get this stuff over mocks. What I want to see is how you're out there working your sets. We all learn from you, just like you guys are learning from me. Some of the stuff I do, yeah, it's definitely off the wall. But I'll be the first to tell you, I was dropped on my head multiple times as a kid, so it's not really my fault. I just work with what I have left. But in any case, I love you guys. Get out there, make them jinxed. Go. I gotta go.